Welcome to Conversations with Kay, where I just tell it like it is. This one's going to be my first Twitter tea. Twitter tea! This is for all of you that don't have Twitter but still want to see what's going on. I'm going to go through the muck for you. This video is just my opinions and should not be construed as facts. Ta-da! Well, let's just get right down to it. It's been a crazy couple days on Twitter with Katie Joy. Crazy stuff. Here's my theory. I think she couldn't stand it that Lorianne was getting all this attention by going on LB's channel. So I think she had to create some drama just to get some attention. You know, she just can't stand it when somebody's getting the attention and she's not. Doesn't matter if it's good attention or bad attention. So to start off with, I'm going to show these tweets that Saltz had done around the last week of March, talking about the hackers and sending him messages. And I'm not going to put the horrible messages because they're just so horrible. So you can see on this one at the end, he put, "Silence can be deafening." Now, a lot of people took that to mean Katie's silence, because for months she has never denounced these people or said they were doing the wrong thing or asked them to stop. So then he made this one. "If you find that your actions inspire encourage or the common denominator associated with this type of behavior, you should check yourself. If you find that you are supporting such a person in their business, you need some checking too." Now again, he's vague. He never says Katie's name. He doesn't at her. You know, on Twitter, that means he didn't, copy her in. Never said her name. But maybe somebody was feeling guilty. I don't know. So she waits like a week and then addresses it. And I'm not going to put every single tweet because there's so many. I'm trying to keep it, to where you can follow it. So then she calls him out, but again, doesn't at him, but says, "I was accused of being the hacker." He never said that. "Now I'm making everything about me, so what is it? When I'm silent, I'm accused of crimes. When I speak, I'm accused of lying." Now this I found really interesting, where she starts to say about the threats she's received and talks about the threat to her son, and then follows it up with, "Even worse, they are trying to frame me for hacking and alleging that I've committed crimes." No, Katie, no. That would not be even worse than the threats they made to your son. And I kept trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, she screwed up. She screwed up big time. She'll go edit that and fix it. Because nothing would be worse than the threats to your son, right? Nope, she never fixed it. She left it there. Then randomly the next day she posts this stupid post. Some people had talked about she was going to go on a Twitter rampage because you could about set your clock by it, right? Or that she would have a meltdown on YouTube or whatever. And so she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just doing my thing. Not going to have a meltdown for you guys." Which again proves that she reads everything people write about her, even though she says she doesn't. But then she goes on the Twitter rampage that everybody knew was coming. It's so funny to me that people can just, exactly what she's going to do. So now she starts in on this old story about Michael Saltz talking to a reporter for The Insider and him being in cahoots with Emily. This stuff is so old news. It's like, why is she bringing this back up? Nobody even cares. So then she gives a little clip of what the reporter said to her. She highly hints that this is Kat from The Insider that is giving her this inside information, right? So she keeps on and on about this, and everybody's like, why is she even talking about this? Nobody cares. It's old news. It's been explained to her 100 times that wasn't even about her case. It was about the Swanson case. So Saltz is going to always have receipts. The man is always prepared. And he goes by the same thing I do, is that you never delete anything. I keep all emails, everything. So here we go with Saltz defending himself, explaining once again that this was over the Swanson case, not Katie's case with Tati. It's just so ridiculous. But this is what I'm saying. She just wants attention. Bad, good, it doesn't matter. So she just deliberately trying to get people going. It's just the most ridiculous thing. You can't even make this stuff up. So then he gives more proof about the reporter that he was talking to, that once again it was not about Without a Crystal Ball. It was about the Swanson-Tati dispute. So that he putting this here to help certain journalists retract any potentially misleading statements. Call me with any questions. Yeah, I don't know why she keeps trying to mess with attorneys. It's just not good. It's just never going to work out in your favor, Katie. So here's the whole message where it clearly shows that it was not about Katie's lawsuit. She just wants to take credit for everything, make everything about herself. And who do we know that does that? Narcissists. That's you. In my opinion, narcissists make everything about themselves. And then here's another tweet from Saltz, just clarifying again. It's just ridiculous. It just goes on and on. Because then she was pulling emilydbaker into it. Because we all know she's so jealous of Emily. She keeps saying she's not, but she obviously is. Green is Katie's color, let me tell you. She can't stand it. Instead of being happy for another woman having success, it will just eat her up alive. Just eat her up. I love this tweet. No reporter has ever contacted me asking about the Without a Crystal Ball case. Even though we would have provided a prepared statement, no one wanted to report on it, not even the Business Insider. Oh, I do like his posts. They are funny. They are sassy. He cracks me up. And here's Kat. Hey, actually, I haven't talked to Saltz. And then she says, you can't see all the tweets because people took them out. For sure, yeah, I never covered this case. It was too messy and in the weeds. Yeah, we all feel the same way, Kat. So, Katie tries to act like her and Kat are best friends. And Kat's like, don't get me involved. I had nothing to do with this. Don't do it. She was nice about it, though. I don't know her either, but she seems really nice. I follow her and have commented on some of her posts, but don't claim to be best friends with her either. So funny. So then, because there's always more, Katie comes up with this. Michael Saltz, Esquire, I am demanding that you stop tweeting about me or at me. I am a represented party. I have only spoken out because of your continued tweets that have falsely accused me of hacking and hiring hackers. And see, that's simply not true. Katie, that's just not true. He never accused you of being the hacker. I've never, ever seen him say that. And the funny thing is, once again, she doesn't at him. So a bunch of other people on Twitter said, here, I'll help you out, and I'll add him so he'll see it. So then emilydbaker chimes in. She's like, wait a second, nobody was talking about her. Then she started talking about stuff and making allegations and false accusations. People responded to what she said, but now she wants it to be left alone. She was alone until she stirred this up. I know, Emily, you just can't make it make sense. You can't. You can't make it make sense. It's so funny. Now, remember that other tweet that Katie made saying she was just fine and dandy and wasn't going to have the meltdown everybody predicted. But then she did. I just don't know, though, why she just blatantly lies, because Saltz never said Katie was the hacker. I don't even think he thinks that. I haven't met anybody, I mean, maybe one or two that think it's Katie. Most don't think it's her. I don't know who it is. It's like the never-ending mystery. But, yeah, and then Emily had another tweet about it. And then here's what Katie said about Emily, because she's so green with envy and jealousy. She can't stand it. I don't know. She just, yeah, she's never going to quit going after Emily. And her excuse for going after her is so silly that, oh, Emily wouldn't let me tell my side. Okay, Emily can do whatever she wants on her channel just like you can. Like, when I suggested to you that we get together on my channel and you refused. And that's fine. And Emily can do whatever she wants on her channel. Oh, and here we go again. Please stop accusing me of crimes I have not hacked any. Nobody is accusing you, Katie. Nobody. But at this point, you kind of get to where she protests too much. She's not helping herself. She's really not. I just don't know where she's getting all this, that people are accusing her of all these crimes, and it just gets old. If she's going to keep this up, she's going to have to come up with some new, more interesting theories or stories so that I can keep doing Twitter tea. And now we're back to, I just want peace in my life, and I want everybody to leave me alone. But everybody was leaving you alone, Katie, and you couldn't stand it. You couldn't stand that everybody wasn't talking about you. So you had to stir up the hornet's nest. And now you got what you wanted. So you can't be crying about it and saying, leave me alone, when you're the one that started all of it. And the proof is right here in this video, because truly nobody was talking about any of these articles or anything else. It's just so silly. Here she's going in on Emily again. It just never stops. It never stops. Katie, when's she going to learn that going after Emily is not going to ever benefit her? It's never going to be good for you, Katie, so you should just leave it alone. Leave Emily alone. Leave the attorneys alone. That's what I would do. But I keep saying that. Nobody takes my advice. I always think in my mind, an attorney can represent themselves for free, even though that's not usually suggested, but they can. So it costs them just court fees to file a lawsuit against you for defamation or slander, for example. So why would you even take that chance? Why would you even stir that up and accuse them of doing things that they, in my opinion, did not do? So now she's mad. She's talking about Saltz promoting Emily and that they're friends, and they're laughing at her Twitter meltdowns. Oh my gosh. Really? I thought you weren't having any Twitter meltdowns. The one thing you can always count on with Katie is the hypocrisy will always be there. Always be there. And then she's up again about Emily not, taking her side and giving her opinion, because Emily's allowed to give her opinion, Katie. Just like you are. Just like I am. That's what we do. We give our opinions on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. That's what everybody does. That's what you do. That's what we all make money off of, giving opinions. It's just now it's more sad fishing. Now, what I didn't include in here, and everybody predicted this too, was she did a post about her son with a picture of him as a baby, and I didn't put that in there because I'm not going to do the minors for content thing or sad fishing, so that's not in here, but predictably she did it. Because I think she posted that one this morning or late last night about her son, and she put it on Instagram, because when things aren't going her way, that's what she always goes back to. And this was another post she did about the threats that she was getting and all these fake emails, yada, yada. I don't even know if anybody wants to see this, but I stuck it in there just in case. Just in case you all wanted to see it. So, yeah, it's just some kind of fake email about... She's saying that she filed coercion and extortion charges in Minnesota for whoever's doing this to her. Good for you, Katie, but you might have wanted to do that months ago. I don't know why she suddenly did it Friday, but whatever. Or maybe it was Thursday. It all just blends together at this point. Hell, it's just exhausting. How do you even keep up with all this stuff? That's why I tried to put it together for you guys so you could just see it here. But yeah, it just goes on and on and on. She just, I don't know. People kept saying, if she was getting threats, she would have posted them. She would have never been quiet about it. So then all of a sudden she starts posting her threats, which she has never done in all these months. So I don't know. She says she gets like so many threats a day. I kind of don't believe it. I do believe she gets some, but I don't, in my opinion, think these hackers are going after her like they are Saltz and some other people. Hers don't seem near as evil as the ones they get. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I really wish they would get to the bottom of it. I am surprised with the FBI involved that it's taken this long. Seems weird to me. But maybe it's just not high up on the priority list for the FBI. But I would think, some of those for Saltz were, Saltz said they were hate crimes, so. And this is the final one for Saltz today. Sorry for not following Twitter today. Had practice to get the girls ready. 2 games tomorrow. Anybody wishing to come at me should do so during normal business hours. I'll deal with it then. Kudos to you, Michael Saltz. So funny. We know what the implication there is. Some people spend time with their family. Oh, he's always got the best comebacks. I do like his Twitter. It's kind of fun to watch. And speaking of family things, I was hoping I was going to get to go live tonight, and I forgot my grandson's birthday party today. I mean, I didn't forget, but I forgot. I don't want to sound bad. So I don't know if I'll be home in time to go live tonight. Sorry, guys. I will try. If I get home by like 6:30 or 7, I'll go live. If I don't, it'll end up being too late. But watch for me this week. I'll get on there sometime. But there's your Twitter tea for today. You guys have a wonderful day and hold your family close.